Who is the essay?
Shilpa.
A very good morning, guests and fellow Toastmasters. A warm welcome to meeting number 215 of the Gabbys Club. I'm Toastmaster Shilpa Reddy, your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. As a Sergeant at Arms, it's my duty to highlight some key points for the meeting. Number one, the meeting is blocked for 2 hours. Also urging you all to stay for the entire duration to get the maximum benefit of it. Number two, the video should be on, but the audio should be off. And please unmute yourself when you are called to speak or if there is a need to speak. Number three, regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restrictions on speaking on these topics, but at Gabbys Toastmasters, we request all the speakers and role takers to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. Well, our club mission is that we provide a supportive and positive learning experience for everybody here so that members are empowered to develop their communication as well as leadership skills, which results in greater self-confidence and personal growth for them. Now, let me hand over the stage to our presiding officer, DTM Sourav Dutta. Before let me introduce him for you. Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta is a winner of 2 DTM awards and has completed 11 parts in Toastmaster Pathways. He has been a President's Distinguished Division Director or Distinguished Area Director in the past. But outside Toastmasters, Sourav has placed several leadership roles in Fortune 500 companies, startups, and nonprofits. Currently, Sourav is building his own edutech startup, which is called Practive, which he founded in June 2020. Over to you, DTM Sourav Dutta.
Thank you so much. That was our VP Education of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Shilpa Reddy. I think you're not using the stand. Don't need the stand. The stand. Thank you. So let me start with, again, the usual ritual at the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, which is welcoming a new member at the Gabbys. And this week, we have this meeting, rather. This week already, we have had a bunch of new members who have joined us. We have Toastmaster Musaid, who's joining us from Sri Lanka. I don't know if Toastmaster Musaid is there on the call. Toastmaster Musaid, are you there? Is he there on the call? Can someone check?
What is the
Toastmaster Musaid? If he's there on
No, he is not here.
Okay, so Toastmaster Musaid is from Sri Lanka, and he's joining us at the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. He's becoming one of the members of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. So a warm welcome to Toastmaster Musaid. With this, hereby I call this meeting to order. But before I proceed, let me invite a few guests to share their thoughts. So can we put this in the screen, in the green view, so that I can see who all are there?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so yes, I see Rajiv Lapa. Okay, Rajiv, are you a guest or a Toastmaster?
I am a part of Toastmaster, but for this particular club, I've joined as a guest.
Okay, lovely. Which club are you a part of, Rajiv? Can you tell us a little bit?
Yes, so there's a club in Gurgaon. It's called MCTC. So it happens every Sunday physically. So that's where I normally go.
Oh, Okay, lovely, lovely. Thank you so much, Rajiv, for joining us today. We
Thank you.
also see Anagha. Anagha, are you a Toastmaster? Are you a guest? We can't hear you, Anagha. Your audio is possibly not connected. No, your audio is not connected. Oh, it is connected now. But we can't hear you. No, we still can't hear you. We'll come back to you. We'll try. I know you are a role taker, so we'll come back to you again. But yeah, please fix your mic before that because you are a role taker. And as we speak, Toastmaster Musaid has joined us. Toastmaster Musaid, would you please come on camera so that we can introduce you and welcome you properly? I just announced that you are joining our club.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. A brief introduction about yourself, sir.
Yes, I'm just joining as a member of the International Club. I joined yesterday.
Lovely. A little bit about your background outside of Toastmasters, anything you would want to share with us?
Living in Sri Lanka, I'm a Toastmaster for the last 2 years. I finished my pathway and I'm a retired computer manager. I attended some of your meetings and it's very interesting. I hope I'll enjoy it more.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Musaid, for joining us again. And do we have any other new members? Please keep the great view for some time. Sit down, Nancy. Have a seat. Yes, so I also see Sachin. Sachin, did you introduce yourself last time?
Yeah, I was there last time.
But did you get a chance to introduce yourself? Any of the new members who didn't join us before, who have not introduced themselves? Sachin, did you introduce yourself?
I introduced last time, but again, I'd like to introduce myself.
Please, go ahead.
So I am a chartered accountant and I am Bangalore alumni. I have been with Toastmasters since 2015. I was part of IMB Orators and then speaking beyond Toastmasters. And on the professional side, I am a CFO of a retail fashion company.
Lovely. Okay, thank you so much. And I think Sri Lakshmi did not get a chance to introduce herself to the whole club, right? Sri, did you get a chance? No.
Sort of already introduced, but if it's going to be benefiting all, then I can actually reintroduce myself.
Absolutely, why not?
Yeah, hi everyone, this is Sri Lakshmi here. So it's been, I believe, like nearly 2 weeks since I've actually joined the Gabbys Toastmaster Club. And I'm actually a PMP professional and more into project management. I've got like 14 years of experience and looking forward to be as a speaker because I attend like a lot of conferences from the project management side. So plan to step up as a speaker going forward. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Lovely. So we have got a lot of new members who have joined our club, a lot of guests who have joined our club. And one of the things that I keep on saying is that because the theme today is budget, we need to be very, very conscious about the value that we are getting out of Toastmasters. I've been in Toastmasters for 4 years, completed a few paths. I've got a couple of distinguished Toastmaster awards, I've contested, and a lot of people keep on asking me, what keeps you motivated? Why are you in Toastmaster? It doesn't really look that you need a lot of help in terms of public speaking. So what are you really doing here? I want each of us to ask this question to ourselves every single day. What are we doing in Toastmasters? Why are we here? If we are here just to be a timer or a listener or an accountant or a VP education or a VP membership or a VP PR, to make Canva posters, to write speeches and deliver speeches, to evaluate people, we need to take a serious look at that objective because that's not sustainable. You cannot continue to be in Toastmaster for long if you don't have a value for money, because you are investing time, you are investing money in your Toastmasters journey. So every single time that you take up a meeting role or you think of attending a meeting in Toastmaster, even when the renewals are coming, right? Gabbys is a very strange place where we don't, first of all, we never call anyone and say that will you become a member. Did any of you who joined us as a member, did you receive a call from us asking whether you want to be a member? No, right? So typically what we do is we invite you as guests, we let you experience. If you feel the need to be a member, you will contact us. We don't need to be in touch with you. Right? So that's one. Second, we want you to renew only if you feel that there is a need that is getting fulfilled through Toastmaster. And what is the need that you need to identify? It could be something like, it's improving in my job. It is helping me find the next job. It is helping me socialize in the social space. I'm getting better in terms of having a conversation with a stranger. It is helping me network with people outside of like-minded professions. I can network with people who are, I'm a techie, but Toastmaster gives an opportunity to network with a doctor, with doctors and scientists and researchers and educators. And that's why I'm here, with chartered accountants. What's your why? What's your why? I think this is what is very important for us to understand. And that is why I keep on, insisting on this. And the second thing is that if you are very sure about this why, what will happen is you will keep coming back. You will keep coming back for more. So that is the reason you see, reinstated members. Sachin was a member in some other club. He has joined back at the Gabbys. You heard Toastmaster, Musad, who was a member of Sri Lanka, in a club in Sri Lanka. He has joined the Gabbys. So all of this thing is happening because there is value for money. So question yourself, whichever club you're a part of, one thing that you should question yourself is that, are you getting the value for money? And that is something that we continuously strive to achieve at the Gabbys, whether it's 3 meetings a week, or whether it's having a theme which is useful, or making people uncomfortable. Talking of being uncomfortable, one of the things that makes people most uncomfortable as a speaker is humor, right? And at Gabbys, we encourage people to practice bad humor, right? Because when you start practicing bad humor, you get shameless. You become unapologetic. You develop a thick skin. And then when you crack a joke and no one laughs, you give a damn. And we make you ready for that kind of a resilience. And for that, we have a very unique rule at the Gabbys. Very few clubs dare to have this rule, and we take that as a challenge. Most interestingly, we have a tough competition, between 2 people for taking these roles. We have 2 people in our club who excel at bad humor. They are the masters of PJs. And this week, last week, it was our resident joke master 1, Karthik Venugopal. This week, there is a resident joke master 2, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. So Nancy, the stage is all yours to make us laugh. Yeah, we'll welcome him. Let him first go through the bad humor. Yeah. If he still stays, then we'll welcome him. Okay.
Right. How many of you drive? Raise of hands. Okay, online I see only Aaquib, Ashwini, offline Kamal, Sanjay, Ganesh, Sumit, Sourav, Karthik.
Yeah.
Not driving me crazy. Driving a car is what I'm asking. All right. So how many of you, the ones who have raised your hands, learned this driving from your dad? Keep your hands raised if you have learned your driving from your dad.
Nobody.
Nobody? That's why. Okay. Is there anyone? Okay, that's Musayyad. Everyone look at these 2 faces. One is Toastmaster Musayyad and mine. Do you see patience here? Learning from your dad is like a crash course in patience. Your dad will yell at you like, brake, drive, brake. What are you doing? That's what my driving lessons were all about. I don't blame him. He comes from a dysfunctional family, entirely dysfunctional family, and raised another dysfunctional family. So this reminds me of one of my experiences. One day, my entire family decided that I will be driving. When I say they decided unanimously. It meant that we are a family of 5, mom, dad, 3 siblings. I got 3 votes for me and everyone said, okay, Nancy is driving. I was driving down the road and I told everyone very clearly that you have to give me instructions whether I need to go left or right. Just put the maps on. And 3 of them put the map on. There was one point where we reached and I was like, okay, do I need to go left or right or what do I need to do? My dad said left, mom said right, and my brother said straight. I told my brother to shut up first. I said, there's no way ahead, we're straight. Then I said, okay, let me just park it here and check the map myself. I looked at it, I said, okay, it's right, I need to go. And then suddenly there was a fight. Instead of us driving further, my car was parked there and my mom was like, see, I'm always right. You don't follow me. And my dad said, it's not my fault. It's a Google Maps. It's not telling me the right thing. And why was this happening? Like I said, dysfunctional family, our GPS got confused and it was showing us the way to the nearest therapist in all directions. So that's the kind of family I belong to. If you see dysfunctional Nancy standing here trying to crack humor and it's not working, thanks to my family. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. Over to you, presiding officer.
Thank you. And so there is one guest who's still in this room, even after this humor. So thank you for your courage, resilience, bravery. Can you please come on stage and introduce yourself? We all want to know who's this person. So this is the person who actually walked out. He's a guest, not a member, so he doesn't have the same level of compulsion as us. Yet he stayed back after the joke. So what is your reasons and your introduction?
You just want to hear the introduction or like
Both. What is your reason for being here? What are you looking for in a Toastmaster?
Oh,
What
thanks
is
for the so what I learned, try to keep this.
Hello. So my reason to be here is mostly to grow my public speaking, and also I am trying to build something around the language learning. So I'm trying to see how the people face challenge into learning language as well. And about me, myself, Dilip, I am from Delhi. I was a part of Toastmaster in Delhi in Connaught Place, and it was a very great journey for me around 1 year there. And I thought to be a part of Anagha and see how the community is here. And I was mostly trying to, when I was there, it was very challenging for me in initial days, but the Toastmaster is a very great opportunity, I say, because you learn how to speak, even you don't know how to speak. So they just put you just right now, you put it into stage without any preparation. So that's like how you learn when you go to stage without any preparation. And I am from a corporate background, so I am working around 7 years into tech industry, building the softwares into fintech and health tech domain. But yeah, I want to improve the culture of like communication gaps into the small cities like villages as well. So that's why I'm trying to build a product around it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. So now it's time for me to call on stage the Toastmaster of the day. Wait. So how many of you follow the budget, the union budget? Chartered accountants in the room definitely do, right? I see Ashwini raising her hand. Sachin, you must be following the union budget, or you don't?
Yes,
You have
I am
don't
very
have-
much involved, but I'm not finding the app to raise my hand.
Okay. You can raise your hand just like that. Okay, anyone else who follows the union budget? Okay. How many of you would like to have an opportunity to hear about the union budget from an expert? The next best person after Nirmala Sitharaman. to talk about the budget we have today is a chartered accountant with us, Toastmaster Sanjay Jain. Sanjay is a chartered accountant and a very passionate Toastmaster, and he's really good when it comes to finances. Tried and tested as a CA by my business partner, to distinguished Toastmaster Nancy. So over to you, Sanjay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sourav, for introducing me. Today, I'm not going to discuss about union budget, but personal budget, which touches all of us. Because if we correct our budget rightly, we can be at some place. Instead of worrying about the country, we have to worry about ourselves. So I will be starting about that. So I will ask you, how many of you track your monthly budget, monthly expenses? Yeah. Can you share your experience? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, definitely when I prepare monthly budget, it means that what is the income flow and then what is the expenditure flow. And since it's your daily budget, it's your actually a home budget. So you have to ensure that each and every expense is tracked. And the most important thing is that I try to put maximum money into investment and then plan my expenses. So first invest and then, expend. That's the mantra we got from, Warren Buffett also. So try to invest on the first 1 or 2 days, put your SIPs, on first 2-3 days, and then so that they go out of your income flow, and then you plan your spend. So investment first, spend is important, but then that should come later.
Yes, Sachin, I agree with you. 1 second. Kamal also want to share with his experience.
I got my salary in my salary account, but I never use it for my expenses. I analyze and forecast my monthly expenses. Then I transfer that amount from my salary account to expense account, expense bank account. And I try to meet that expenses only for that month, because next month again I will get a salary. Again, I will, based on my current month expenses and based on the upcoming events, I will plan my monthly expense. Then again I will transfer same amount which I need to be spent for next month from my salary account to expense account. This is what the way I track my budget.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that is also one takeaway which we have to follow. Why? Because now UPI and things have come. We do not see, means we just do not feel that we are spending anything. We just click on UPI and make the payment, or credit card we use and make. Once we have a discipline about how to manage our funds, we can be mindful where our money is flowing. As it is said, if a tank of water is filled with water, it's a leak, and it's dropping day by day. And if you do not fix the leak, then it will one day be empty. So in the same way, money also works. If you are not tracking your financials, yeah, it will go away. And at the end of the day, you will feel that you have nothing left to meet your expenses. Many of us fall in this trap. So today we will be taking this thing so that we can arrange our finance in a proper manner, so that it remains till the end of our month and till our life is there. So we can follow a very beautiful method which experts have told us, a 50-30-20 rule, which if we follow, never we will be short of funds, and every time we will be gaining in that. And as Sachin has pointed out, that SIP is a very beautiful instrument. If we follow it, we can earn and we can make a very beautiful part of our life and not to struggle with money. So let us now come to our next agenda, which is basically Toastmaster is divided into 3 sections. One is the prepared speech, other is the table topic, and the third one is evaluation. First, I would like to call the general evaluator for this today. She is working as a manager for corporate partnership at Impact Guru. She expertly blends strategies and creativity to drive meaningful impact outside of work. She is passionate chess and loves immensely herself in a thoughtful, provoking podcast. I would call upon Toastmaster Ashwini to take this role forward and introduce the TAGL team. Yeah.
Great.
Over to you.
Yeah. Thank you, TMOD. Good morning, Toastmasters and fellow guests. How are we doing today?
Good morning.
Noise? Amazing, great. I would like to introduce my role as a general evaluator. The purpose of the general evaluator is to evaluate everything that happens throughout the meeting. During the meeting, I'll take notes on everything that happens and doesn't happen. I'll evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look for good examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, and observation, and performance of duties. At the end of the meeting, I'll submit my report. It's a definitely a hectic job for me to do it alone. So for that, I have my TAGL team with me. So to introduce my TAGL team, firstly, I would like to introduce timer for today. We have Toastmaster Abhishek Kumar, who will be taking up the timer role. A quick introduction about Abhishek. Abhishek Kumar is an accomplished data scientist with over 7 years of professional experience, hailing from Jharkhand. He possesses a deep cultural heritage and keen interest in the stock market. Abhishek is dedicated to refining his communication and leadership skills through his engagement with Toastmasters and eagerly anticipating the opportunities for growth and development that the club offers. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhishek, to explain your role.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Hi. So I will be the timer for today's meeting, and I will time the table topic speeches, formal speeches, and evaluation. And I will also alert each speaker of the time that they have left using a pack of 3 color card: green, yellow, and red card. So for table topic speeches, time will be 1 to 2 minutes. Just wait a minute. Yeah. Sorry. Adjust. Yes. So for table topic speeches, now time will be 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise a green card. At 1.5 minutes, I will raise a yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise a red card. Please note that there will be a 30-second of grace period at the upper limit. So a speaker can go till 2 minutes and 30 seconds for the qualification, and there will be no grace period on the lower bound. So you will have to speak at least 1 minute. For ice breaking speeches, the normal time is 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I will raise green card. At 5 minutes, I will raise yellow card. At 6 minutes, I will raise red card. And the most other normal speeches, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, there will be a green card. 6 minutes, yellow card. 7 minutes, red card. Please note that in these speeches, there will be a 30 seconds of grace period at both bound. For normal evaluation, individual evaluation, the normal time limit is between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise a green card. At 2.5 minutes, I will raise yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will raise red card. Thank you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhishek, for detailedly explaining your role. With that, I'll move on to my next role taker, that is her counter. For today's meeting, we have Toastmaster Priya Singh will be taking up the counter role. A quick introduction about Priya. Priya is a marketing professional and an academician in business management. She is passionate about creative writing and poetry. Our podcast, Soulful Scrolls, is a dedicated effort to the craft of poetic expression. Our poetry expresses honesty and inner expression. Thank you so much, Priya, for taking up this role. Please explain your role to all of us.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwini, for your wonderful introduction. A very good morning to fellow Toastmasters and all the guests here. online and offline. As the counter for today's session, I will listen and make note of all the unnecessary words, sounds, phrases which are used by all the speakers and role players in this session. I will focus on 5 main areas: filler words like inappropriate interjections like and, well, so, you know, but, use of crutch words like this thing, actually, basically, repetitive words like this means, and unintentional long or short pauses which are made by the speakers. I will present my report at the general evaluation session called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you so much, and over to you, Toastmaster Ashwini.
That was a crisp explanation of your role, Toastmaster Priya. Thank you once again. With that, up next, we have Grammarian. For today's meeting, we have Toastmaster Sumit Setia, who will be taking up the Grammarian role. A quick introduction about Sumit. Sumit is originally from Agra and currently working in Bangalore. He has a background in the fashion industry, especially specializing in sourcing leather products. One of his strong desire is to become a public speaker and confidently address the large audience. Having worked in 5 different cities across India, he is passionate about exploring new places. He also loves traveling to the mountains, especially trekking. In his free time, he loves watching sports and especially lawn tennis and football. That was a very well curated introduction, Toastmaster Sumit. With that, I'll hand it over to you to explain your role.
Thank you, Ashwini, for the wonderful introduction. As a finance minister of language, my role today is to audit our words, balance the books of grammar, and to ensure that our verbal inflation doesn't move out of control. I'll also take off good usages of the words and some bad words and good thoughts and some good quotes. I'll also encourage my job is to introduce a word of the day, which is frugal. Few examples, how can we use frugal in a sentence? I live a frugal life. Another example, I'm too frugal to splash out on a designer clothes. I encourage all of you online attendees and in person to use as much as possible the word of the day. I'll present my report towards the end of the meeting when called upon by General Evaluator. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sumit, for the humorous introduction of your role. And please do put the word of the day in the chat box. With that, we'll come to the role of the listener. For today's meeting, we have Toastmaster Paduka Kannan taking up the role of the listener. A quick introduction about her. Paduka Kannan has been a Toastmaster for more than 4 years and is currently the VP membership of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. She is the past area director of Area B1, District 92. Professionally, with more than 14 years of experience, she has more than 14 years of experience in automotive segment. She is a project manager and a solution architect. With that, I'll hand over the stage to Toastmaster Paduka to explain her role.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator Ashwini. Rise and shine, Gabbys. So, a clear communication is necessary for success. However, the art of effective listening is essential for the clear communication, isn't it? With that, today I'm the listener of the day, and I will be listening closely to everything, whatever being said in this particular meeting, and I'm going to evaluate, or I'm going to basically kind of cross-verify whether is our club listening closely to the meeting, and how is that going to be done? So I'm just going to ask a few questions from the topics and all the whatever the communication or whatever the topics that people have been talking today, right? Towards the end of the meeting. So all the best for everyone. And I hope people will be able to answer my questions towards the end of the meeting. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Paduka. That was my TAGL team. power packed to evaluate all of us. So with that, I'll hand over the stage back to Toastmaster of the day, and I'll be back at the end of the meeting with my report. Thank you, Toastmaster. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator Ashwini. Now, before calling the speaker, I would read out some quotes which will add value to us. First one is, a budget is telling you your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving, which Kamal was referring. A simple fact that is hard to learn is that the time to save money is when you have some. A budget is more than numbers on the page. It is an embodiment of our values. If you do not control your money will control you. The art is not in making money, but in keeping it. The last one, which is very important, we must consult our means rather than our wishes. This was said by George Washington in one of his speech. Now, I would like to call the first speaker. He is a chartered accountant, born in and brought up in Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. He finished his Polytechnic Engineering Diploma in IT before CA. He worked in Airtel, Tata Motors, and many other companies. He is passionately invests his free time on equity research and political knowledge. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Kamal. Before that, I would like to call the evaluator. Aaquib. Are you there? Yeah, he is confirmed. So I will read the pathway. The path he is following is dynamic leadership, level 2, project 2, understanding your communication. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify their primary styles. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share the impact of their style on others. The time is 5 to 7 minutes. Timer, please note down. The time is 5 to 7 minutes. The speech title is Versatile. The Toastmaster Kamal, Versatile Toastmaster Kamal. Over to you.
Am I audible clearly? So my wife and I have wonderful marriage. I knows what she is thinking because she tells everything to me, and she knows what I am thinking because I tell everything to her. That dream came to my mind in early morning, and suddenly alarm started ringing, ring ring, ring ring, ring ring, and I woke up. Oh, it was dream. I am sure it was not only my dream, it was dream of my wife as well. She wakes up, I shared that dream, early morning dream to her and asked few questions. Why a wonderful marriage is still a dream for us? We are communicating and sharing everything with each other. Is it not sufficient? She said, the marriage is difficult for us because of your communication style. But we can come to this dream if you will work on that. Communication style. I hear that word first time because I was aware only about communication. So in curiosity, I started to work on that and wanted to more about communication style. What do you think? What would I have done that time? Did I join any coaching class? Did I join any mentorship program? Did I attend any webinar? So I have not done anything out of it. I started to observe people. When I started to observe people, I found many different communication styles, which I will explain you in summarize in 4 common communication style. One is direct communication. My day starts with office. So when I go to office, my colleague, manager, superior, peer, all are direct communicator because they talk result oriented. They are very particular, result oriented, focused, decisive, competitive. So I perceive them as a demanding. But other side, when I talk with my parents, I feel they are supportive communicator, calm, steady, approachable. So I consider them as a dependable, cooperative, and loyal. Our Prime Minister Modi is a favorite of all of us, I think, because he is innovative, self-assured, and persuasive. Because he follows initiating communication style. Initiating communication style, it's a creativity, innovative, or fun-loving, or energetic, or sociable people. When we deal with professionals, or medical practitioners, doctors, lawyers, they are analytical communication style because they are precise, exact, and that's why we perceive them as a perfectionist in their field. They are talking like frugal men. I understood all of this, but still my problem was not got solved because I was confused for my communication style. So when I was preparing for this project, I took a feedback from my peers, my mentor, my family, of course, from my wife as well. What is my communication style? So based on that feedback, and I also believe now my communication style is versatile. Earlier, I was a direct communicator. That's why my marriage was not going good. I was decisive, competitive, and straightforward. Now I am a versatile communicator. Let me give us some examples. So when I talk with my teammates or reportees in my office, I put my expectation clearly. I always tell result-oriented, focused things. I might appear as a demanding or self-centered, so I deal with that. But other side, if I talk with my superior, manager, management, I use analytical communication style. Exact, precise, logical. So I should appear as a perfectionist. Come to the personal side. When I talk with my 2-year-old kid or in a social gathering, I use analytical initiating communication style, which I follow for sociable, energetic, fun-loving. So they perceive me as a innovative and persuasive. And most of the family men will agree on my next communication style, which is supportive. So I use supportive communication style with my wife now. Calm, steady, approachable. So she should perceive me as a dependable, loyal, and cooperative. So my communication style was direct. Now my communication style is, if I will talk about the preliminary or one of the out of west, is a analytical communication style, which I follow most of the time. So communication is a lifelong journey, and communication style is an essential tool to building a strong relationship, enhancing collaborations, and navigate conflict more effectively. By recognize our own style and understand the others, we can unlock the power of communication to create a more happiest and understanding world. It was my learning about communication style in my journey. What's yours? Thank you.
Over to you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Kamal. That was an excellent speech about the communication, and we learned in the process. So before calling upon the next speaker, I would like to introduce the next speaker, and I would like the evaluator of the next speaker to confirm. Anagha, are you there?
Anagha.
Anagha, are you there? Your voice is not coming. You are not audible. Okay, no issue. You can see into that. I will call upon the next speaker. Can you hear us? You can wave your hand and explain. Yeah, okay. Then I will call the next speaker. She is a specialist in business strategy and development with over 10 years of experience. Currently, she is on parental break, enjoying quality time with her child while pursuing her hobbies of reading books and drawing. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Saroj Rathod. Before calling upon her, I would like to read the pathway. She is attempting presentation mastery level 1, project 1, icebreaker. It is for members to introduce himself or herself to the club. The speech duration is 4 to 6 minutes. The Toastmaster Saroj, twist and turn. Twist and turn, Toastmaster Saroj. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjay. Thank you. I said thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I would like to begin my speech by sharing a little incident which happened recently while I was preparing for this moment. My husband keep asking and checking me, are you ready for the icebreaker speech? Is written icebreaker speech is ready. Hearing this repeatedly, my son picked up on the phrase icebreaker. After a while, he curiously asked, Mama, why are you breaking ice? I couldn't help but smile and I explained him, Beta, I need to break the ice so that I can speak smoothly without any fear. We both laughed. I am born and brought up in Mumbai, Maharashtra. I had very supported and assisted childhood, perhaps because I was blessed with the 2 older sisters and 2 younger brothers. Since we all studied in the same school, I always enjoyed my siblings' company. I used to simply follow my sisters for all the events and the activity wherever they used to go. This is the reason I kept my circle very small. I have very handful of friends and a large network. In 2007, after completing my 12th grade, I was sitting with my parents and discussing on which course to pursue next. They asked me if I have anything in my mind. I said, yes, I want to become a lawyer. My mama immediately interrupted and said, a lawyer? It will be difficult for us to find a good husband to you. We all laughed. Then they asked me, do you have any second choice? I said, in that case, I want to become a marketer. I still remember in both the scenario, their expression and looks were very weird. Then I thought a couple of time which course to opt. Then my parents, arranged a call with their friends and the discussion started. My parents' friends, they asked me why marketing. I said like a child, I replied to them that my commerce teacher, Miss Ratna ma'am, said that in marketing you will get a higher package and a better opportunity compared to in any other department. They all laughed and they immediately replied, then you take finance. Now my looks and expression got changed. Then she said that you can do marketing after completing your graduation in finance. If you choose marketing now and later if you wish to switch it to finance, it won't be easy. Marketing can be applied in any field. I taken her advice and here I am, completed my BCom accounting and finance and MBA finance, doing sales and marketing role in insurance industry. In 2016, I got married to Murli and I was moving out from my first organization, that time I was really fortunate enough to work with a great and excellent leadership team. They didn't allow me to move, rather, they given me an internal transfer to Hyderabad. With this, I began my marital life. Before that, I would like to highlight the one point how I didn't left my dream to be a marketer. In 2012, when our corporate placement began, I was the only girl who ticked the box as a choice to be in business development as my preferred choice. And I secured that. In my final term, I secured my position as a business development officer in campus placement. And I spent incredible 6 years with my first organization. I still remember on 30th April, I given my last paper. And after 4 days, on my birthday, on 4th May, I began my corporate journey with my first organization. I was the top performer and the national performer in my team, and the highest and youngest in my team to achieve my targets. I always handle all the twist and turn in my life with grace and smile, and still doing so. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saroj. Can we give a standing ovation to her for her icebreaker speech?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we'll break for, shall we break? Yeah, for 5 minutes we'll break. After 5 minutes we'll be coming. 10:56 will be coming.
Kamal.
Thank you for coming back. Now we will be starting our next session. That is the table topic section. For that, we have a table topic master. I'll be reading out his introduction. He is a product manager by profession, content creator by passion, with 8 years of work experience, and currently working with Microsoft. In his free time, he likes creating contents and is passionate about photography, traveling, and video making. He is Toastmaster Ritwik. Yeah. He is attempting his presentation mastery, level 3, project 3, active listening, table topic. Project objective is the purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate his or her ability to listen to what others says. It will be evaluated by Sudharma. Toastmaster Sudharma, are you there? Yeah. I will hand over the stage to Toastmaster Ritwik Raj.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Sanjay. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guest, table topics enable a member to develop the skill of impromptu speaking, which is very critical in both our personal as well as professional life. Table topics helps train member to quickly organize and express your thoughts. You can think of table topic speech as a mini speech with a starting, having a body, and then a conclusion. Please note that guests can also participate in this. Each speaker is required to speak for a duration of 1 to 2 minutes. Participants are disqualified at 2 minutes 30 seconds. So, starting with the first table topic, I would like to invite. So, would someone from online? Yeah, so Sachin. All right, Toastmaster Sachin. So the topic for you is what is the one impulse purchase you couldn't resist? What is one impulse purchase you couldn't resist?
Okay. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. One impulsive purchase that I could not resist. I'll go back to year 2022. It was my wife's birthday, and I was thinking to buy a good gift for her. We went to, I was in Gurgaon at that point of time. We went to, a gold market, and my budget was somewhere in the range of, 1 lakh. I was looking for some, diamond ring types within a range of 1 lakh. And to my surprise, my wife saw a couple of diamonds and they were all above 1 lakh. So we went to one store, one shop, jewelry shop, where they have shown a diamond of almost 2.5 lakhs. And being a finance person, I negotiate very hard, got a good offer. I was totally, I was inclined to buy that piece of, diamond ring, but it was somewhere after hard negotiation, we could manage to almost 20% discount. Somewhere I remember it's 2.05 lakh. I did the deal, although it was way above my budget, but the piece was so beautiful. Even my wife liked it, and I could not resist that purchase. I know I went on, I did that purchase through credit card at that point of time. And, it took a couple of months to clear that. But yes, at the end, it was a beautiful gift to my wife, who liked it, and hard finance guys, normally they don't go beyond budget. But that day I was above my budget almost 100%. 1 lakh became 2 lakh. So I could not resist that purchase. Over to you, Toastmaster Ritwik Raj.
Thank you, TM Sachin, for that wonderful take. I think what I'm taking back is, even though you went twice the budget, but then you will still able to get that negotiation hard and have that hat. And I think moments like this always calls for exception, right? So I think as a finance guy, also you made the right exception for the right occasion. So thanks for the wonderful take. Coming to the next.
Ritwik, so we have Ganesh from in-person meeting. So you can give the topic to Ganesh.
Sure. All right. So Ganesh, a topic for you is small house on cash or a big mansion on loan. What do you prefer? Small house on cash or a big mansion on loan? What do you prefer?
So there are multiple options when you purchase a house. It's not just a small house or a big mansion. One, even within a small house, you can spend extravagantly, right? So you need not be frugal at that point of time, and you can decide on which way you are to go. But here is my take. So whatever you are saving for in terms of the house, right, for a small house or a big mansion, two things to keep in mind. One is to make sure that you have enough deposit in your bank so that you can reduce the loan. Second one, you can get the loan as a less percentage, right? So these two are the things that are possible. Second thing is in terms of the investment. Like, for example, if you are going for an investment for a house, then it makes sense that maybe you purchase a bigger mansion to rent it out. Or if you want to enjoy yourself, you can go for a next level. So either way, it is each individual's choice on how to go ahead with whether they want to invest in a small house with a bigger budget or whether they want to buy a big mansion and enjoy for themselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Ganesh, for sharing those handy tips. I think I'm taking back these as I'm actually going through that phase, which is to have that much of balance and also ensuring you get the best rate of interest, right? So thanks for sharing your thoughts. All right. So for the third topic,
We have Rajiv from online. He's raising
Yeah,
hand.
Rajiv. So Rajiv, the topic for you is, if you received a windfall of money, how will you allocate in your budget? If you received a windfall of money, how will you allocate it in your budget?
Interesting topic, and I think it has come at the right time because I'm fundraising for my organization. I'm an entrepreneur, so if I receive windfall of money, I don't need to go out to the investors asking for fundraise. How I'm going to invest that money? I want to start my US operations. I want to allocate money for to hire my tech team further, to expand my tech team. I want to hire salespeople in US because selling from India to US, I found it very tough. I want to allocate some money in the marketing, especially events in US. So these are some of the areas that I want to explore, which is hiring data science team, expanding backend team, front end team, looking for some outbound salespeople, some SDRs in US, looking for marketing agencies. So that's, I think, is a need of the hour for me right now. So rather than thinking I take windfall of money, allocate that buying a mansion is not at the top of my head. I'm happy in a small house and allocate that to my business to grow the business further. If the business grows, of course, then the mansion can come anytime. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajiv, for sharing such a wonderful take, especially on the other side, because we are mostly employing as an entrepreneur, and what are the things that keeps you at sharing your insights. So for the next table topic, do we have someone from offline?
Yeah, we have Prasang.
Or yeah. So Prasang, topic for you is, what is the best personal finance tip you have ever received? What is the best personal finance tip you have ever received?
So last weekend, I stay in Bangalore and I don't have any family members, but I have one relative. So last weekend I went to my relative place, and since I'm here in the Bangalore from 3 years and my age is around 25, people have started talking about marriage. And so whenever I go to my relative place, they ask one question: are you saving the money? Are you just giving all the money to your parents? Because they say that once you get married, you need some money to take care of your family. And possibly you'll not able to ask that money from your parents if you're giving all your money to your parents. So they gave me advice that you should start kind of saving a small amount of money every month and then putting into FD or somewhere, so that once you get married, you'll have some you'll have accumulated some amount of money which you can use, and you don't have to kind of go to your parents to ask the money, if right. So I think this was a good advice, because I'm a kind of person who whenever I get the salary, I just whatever the money I have to use for the month, I just take it and then I give it to my parents. So I mean, I don't have much saving, but I think this was the kind of a very good advice which I got from one of my relative, and I'm thinking to start investing, and I think that's the good way. Otherwise, if I will keep if I will not start saving, I will not have any kind of saving when I needed the money. Yeah, that's the personal advice, financial advice which I got, and I think it's a good one. Yeah.
Wow, thanks for sharing your insights. I think I wish I had heard you when I was your age, but better late than never. But glad that you had such a early realization. So thanks for sharing your take. So
So
for the
Ritwik,
next,
we have one of our guests from in-person meeting, Dilip.
Yeah, Delhi.
Yeah.
Sure. So Dilip, the topic for you is, save aggressively for retirement or enjoy more experience in your youth. What do you prefer? Save aggressively for retirement or enjoy more experiences in your youth? What do you prefer?
Thank you for the topic. So it's very interesting. Like, I prefer to burn my money and have the all the enjoyment that I can, because who care if I live next 1 year or not? So I will first burn the money, but yeah, I will only keep the 10% of the money in my bank, even if I lived. So I can at least rent the room in Bangalore in that 10,000 rupees and can live. But I will burn the 90% of money in enjoyment and learn the experience that I can. That's, I think. Yeah.
Got it. And do you also want to share kind of, like how do you use that money, right? Like what would be your top 2 or 3 things that you want to experience at this stage of your life?
Yeah. So if I have like a good money, so first I will invest into learning good skills. Might be like a AI engineer. So I would become a good AI engineer these days. It is like a making a lot of money, and then I will go to like a good big mansion that you mentioned in your previous slide or previous discussion. So I would book a like a for a 1 month good mansion and spend like a see the life of like a rich people. So I will try to be a billionaire for a 1 day at least. Take rent Ferrari or Lamborghini for a day, so I can enjoy at least for a day at least, even if not up for a year. So that's how I will plan it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. So I think I can see a mix of both investment. I mean, when you say your courses, you are actually investing in yourself, which is going to pay back in the longer term, and then at the same time having experience. So I think thanks for a slightly contradictory take on the topic. I mean, I think we will have folks on both the side, but thanks for your refreshing take on the topic. Thank you.
Ritwik, we have Rahul from in-person meeting.
Yeah. So Rahul, the topic for you is, what are some creative ways you have seen folks saving money on everyday expenses? What are some creative ways you have seen folks saving money on everyday expenses? It could be any hack or anything that you have seen folks around you.
One of the very creative ways which I've seen people save money is they don't use their money. You know, when you're going with your friends, they make sure that they use your money. You know, that's a very creative way. And I'm trying to implement that in my own life, but I always come across persons who implement it on me before I can do it on them. So I'm thinking about it. What can I do? So I came up with this plan, you know. I thought I'll have like 2 accounts, you know, one in Google Pay and the other in Phone Pay. So the Google Pay will have my actual account, which has money, and Phone Pay will have another account, which has no money. So, you know, I always make sure that when I'm with my friends, I use my Phone Pay account. You know, and I'll be like, oh, transaction is not going by. Can some of you please pay for me? You know, this has been going well until recently, somebody noticed that I have a Google Pay. And they were like, why do you have 2 accounts, Rahul? Why can't you use your Google Pay? And, you know, I tried shaking off by saying, you know, oh, that might be a mistake. You know, I just downloaded to check how Google Pay works. Yeah, but the thing is that once I had to like pay because I was out and it was my treat. And, you know, I had to use my Google Pay. And from that day onwards, you know, they caught on that I've been using this very neat technique. But they've also been calling it by other term by saying that I've been scamming them, which I don't think so. I'm just trying to be smart, and I like to save my money for myself, and I like to use it for my own personal expenses. And as Socrates said once, you know, it's not good enough unless you keep it to yourself. That's what I would like to leave you all with. Thank you, everyone. Back to you, table topic master.
Thanks,
Ritwik,
Rahul.
we can
I'm
have
sure.
one online,
Sure.
one online last.
Sure. So thanks, Rahul, for your take. I think this tip is not going outside of this room, but now that we know, we sure are going with your Google Pay account next time. So, from online, do we have?
Can I go next?
Sure. Deepti?
Yeah, this is Deepti.
Yeah. So, topic for you is, what is your fondest memory of a time around union budget? What's your fondest memory of a time around union budget?
Uh, Quite an interesting topic, and this really takes me back to the time I had when I was doing my post-graduation. So I'm an economics postgraduate from Delhi School of Economics, And I remember the time back in 2007 when the union budget was going to be pronounced, and NDTV wanted like good economic student to be there in the audience while the budget was about to be presented. And I was one of the members who was selected from the college to be present at the NDTV office. And like in a group of 10 to 15 people, we had been to the NDTV office where we actually went through all the analysis while the union budget was being presented. And I was fortunate enough to even get covered because I asked a lot of questions. So a lot of members from my family and friends had actually noticed them on the TV, which I was not expecting them at all. I got a lot of calls after that, and till date it is one of the best memories that I have of getting the when the union budget has been out. As an economist, I do keep checking the union budget, but this is like the best memory that I have so far.
Wow. Well, thanks, Deepti, for your take. I think I mean this would indeed have been a wonderful experience. So glad you shared with us, and especially it coincides with your the degree and the profession you are in. So great to hear that. So thanks a lot for that lovely take. So I think do we have more time, or this is the last topic, right?
No, this is only last year.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritwik, for a wonderful topics. Now, before moving to the last segment, I would like to take one thing: how we can prepare a budget. Budget is basically what income we are earning, income minus less expenses. So whatever income you are earning and less expenses, that will be your mostly the budget thing. So what you have to do is you have to plot your income. For example, if you are earning a 1 lakh income in a month, then you have to write 1 lakh rupee, and then whatever the expenses can be divided into 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings. That are the basic thumb rule which has been given by most of the economists to have a sustainable life. So I would like the non-speaker, whoever is there, who has not spoken till now, can attempt to, if you are earning a 1 lakh income and how you will split your expenses, can take this for 30 seconds, and then we'll go to the next topic. Yeah. Anybody? Mike. Which topic? Okay. I will repeat the question again. For example, if you are earning 1 lakh rupee in a month, you want to split your expenses and your savings. How would you split? For a still who has not spoken can take this thing. Then we'll move to the last. Abhishek can speak. Abhishek,
yes.
if you want.
Yes. So my strategy is that I will invest more than 50% or 50 to 60% in SIP or in a stock market or FD. And then out of 40, I will divide into expenses. Like I will rank the expenses. Generally, I do the ranking the expenses, which is from mandatory to needs, then wants, something like this. So mandatory will be like rent, which is like mandatory, and then some grocery related items, then maid expenses. These are the mandatory items. And after that, if I have some money left, then I will go and buy my favorite electronics thing like headphone, earphone, or like watches. I will spend on those things. So this is how I plan generally.
Okay. So are you enjoying saving money, or how it is? Yeah.
Yes. So the thing is that I am doing it for last 5 years, 6 years. I have the list of, I can find every expenses of each past day. Can go and see where I have spent everything. So, and there are many manager app, right? We can go and track everything we do.
Yes. Thank you, Abhishek. One more person will take. Aaquib, would you want to share? Aaquib, would you want to share?
Yep. Thanks, Toastmaster of the day. Unlike Abhishek, I'm not enjoying the savings. Looking at the red portfolio these days, it's almost 40%, 35% down. how I save my money is very simple. So I always look for needs. I don't care for what wants is. I was young and I was not married. I was saving almost 60-70% of the value because my needs itself were very less. Now that I'm married and the needs itself have gone up, and now you have to take care of wants of your spouse and your kids, all those stuff. So that number is going down, but I still want to save at least 30 to 40% what I have. The moment I get into retirement mode, I won't be saving anymore because that is the time when you can relax and utilize all these savings that you've had. So that's how I would structure myself into, like, once you are young and you are able to take pressure, you can save more. And the moment you are getting into the stage wherein you have to fulfill the needs and you can't cut down on the needs, then you can allocate budget accordingly. And then, yeah. So that's how I think about saving money. And we all hope that market recovers soon.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your valuable inputs. Now we will be moving to the last segment. Yeah. Next we'll take. Now we'll be moving to the last segment, our evaluation segment. I will call upon General Evaluator Ashwini to give her valuable feedback to all of us here.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. To start off with the evaluation, I would like to first call upon my first evaluator, who has evaluated the first speaker, Toastmaster Kamal. So the first evaluator is Toastmaster Aaquib Javed. He has evaluated speaker Kamal, as I mentioned. So, quick introduction about Aaquib. Aaquib works in the supply chain. He's a supply chain by profession. I'm sorry, Toastmaster and fitness freak by passion. He feels life is all about learning how to live its to its fullest. I'm sorry, I'll repeat it again. Otherwise, I'll not be making justice to his statement. He feels life is all about learning how to live and lives to the fullest. Over to you, Aaquib, to evaluate Toastmaster Kamal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kamal, for reminding all the husbands here that communication is important when you want to go long run with your wife. And of course, our wives also make us a good listener because you have to keep listening and you can't speak. You have to keep yourself mum. So I think that was a really good start when you talked about your wife telling, hey, you're not a good communicator. And I also have this realization now after getting married. Let me tell you what you did awesome, and you're not frugal in having those facial expression. You're all smile up and you're like, oh, there are a lot of good stuff is coming up. You had your really nice hand gestures, so like moving here and there, trying to communicate from your hands, trying to communicate through your face. It's not just the voice, remember? And you had a mic on your hand, but still you were able to make a lot of stuff. So I think that was really good. Everything that you did, you made us think. You made us think when you started talking about that, hey, it's, of course, people have the communication styles, but we are mix of it. We're not all same. And that kind of correlated with me as well, because when I'm standing with my manager, I'm a totally different person. And when I'm standing with my subordinate, I am a completely different person. So the tone changes, the voice changes, the way you respond to questions, that also changes. You are not humble anymore. And the moment you come home, you're all the way humble. You're all listening. Your mom. So that was a really nice way of putting it all together with a lot of small stories. And that's what I always look forward to, and all of us look forward to, is the stories. Where is it related to? How is the practical experiences playing in? So really good stuff. How we'll make this speech a little better, I would say you are standing at one place, and that's how we do when we are in online setup. And we just make ourselves and we are able to utilize the whole stage. But remember, now you're standing on an actual stage, and thanks to Gabbys for arranging this. So you have a very large space. You could have moved this side, that side. When you're talking about 4 styles, at least you would have switched this side to that side, and the whole story would have impacted more. I'm not saying it has not impacted. I'm saying it would have impacted more had you moved and utilized the stage that you had. You're doing like this, like this, like this. So yeah, that is one. Second, cherry on the cake would have been when you work little bit on your grammar. So of course, grammarian would give results, but the moment you say something which is not grammatically correct, it cuts off. Like people are listening to you very seriously because you had a really good story. The moment this comes, it does not go well with people. So I knows by recognize, which should have been said as by recognizing. Of course, grammarian says it, but when you are already a good speaker, grammar, pronunciation, all of these things play a very important role. So all in all, really nice facial expression. You were not frugal there. Nice hand gestures. You had a good storytelling effort. You correlated with us. If you could work on grammar and utilizing the stage, I think this speech would have been way better. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashwini.
Great. Thank you, Toastmaster Aaquib. Thank you again, Toastmaster Kamal, for delivering that an amazing speech. And thank you again for introducing us to different communication styles with a relatable example. So we were all able to relate to the situation you would have gone through, right? And it was definitely a humorous speech. And delivering a speech in person definitely requires a lot of confidence. And I can confidently say that you are a confident speaker. I don't have any suggestions. Evaluator Aaquib has already covered. And thank you, Evaluator Aaquib, for again, evaluating Toastmaster Kamal. With that, I'll move on to this second evaluator. We have Toastmaster Anagha as a second evaluator. Can we have Toastmaster Anagha?
Hi, General Evaluator. I just want to confirm if I'm audible.
Yeah, you're audible. That's what I wanted to check before I introduce you. Yeah, you are audible.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, before I hand it over to you, a quick introduction. Quick introduction of Toastmaster Anagha. Anagha is a product manager at Dell Technologies. She loves music, gardening, outdoors, and fitness. Learning new language and cultures. Anagha has masters in Sanskrit and black belt holder in Taekwondo. Anagha will be evaluating speaker Saroj. With that, I'll hand it over to you, Anagha.
Thank you, General Evaluator Ashwini, for that introduction. Coming to the evaluation, Saroj, it was an amazing speech. Kudos to you for giving your first speech in this Toastmasters fraternity. It does take a lot of courage to just walk up on the stage and say a few words. When I did my icebreaker, I did it twice. Because the first time I walked up, I could not say a single word. You did it absolutely amazing, maybe in the first shot. So it was amazing and it was a pleasure listening to you. You did show how Saroj is, what kind of a person Saroj is. She's very, very into finance, very, very into marketing, and has that passion for her profession. But what we missed out on was maybe what kind of a person is Saroj. We know that she comes in from Mumbai, has 3 sisters. But maybe what is her favorite hobby? We do not kind of know that. That could have been a point in your speech. Also, I was wondering if you were sitting down and giving your speech, not standing up and delivering it.
Yes, I was sitting down and giving my speech.
Next time, please do try and stand to give your speech. So that would enable you to use your hand gestures and body language in a much more effective way, and also enable you to walk around in front of the webcam. I understand it doesn't give you much of a stage space, but it will help you deliver your body language in a much better way. Also, to challenge yourself, I would request you to work on your body language in the way I just suggested. And please check your network connection, because at least I am seeing it in a way more staggered way. I do not know if that's an issue with everyone, but at least I am seeing it way more broken. Coming to the conclusion of the evaluation, it was an amazing, amazing speech. I do not need to reiterate how much courage it does take to show up on a stage and give your icebreaker. Your definition of icebreaker was crystal clear and you did justice to what you wanted to say in the speech. Keep up the good work and keep delivering more speeches. We would like to see you again and again on this club with that amazing background behind. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Over to you.
Toastmaster Anagha. Yeah, Toastmaster Saroj. I can definitely say that you are a great storyteller, and we could see all your marketing and sales, skills on the screen when you're delivering the speech. So, as I mentioned, you're a great storyteller and a great start as an icebreaker speech, and you handled the situation very gracefully with a smile. I was not able to see the smile because there was a network glitch, but I'm sure you had the smile throughout when you were delivering the speech. Small suggestion, again, reiterating, your audio was bit breaking when you're delivering the speech, and video was not clear. So when you're giving a speech, maybe you can join a bit earlier in the meeting, so and you can check your audio and video so that we don't have any glitches. So apart from that, I don't have any suggestion. And thank you, Toastmaster Anagha, for the crisp and clear evaluation. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwini.
Thank you.
With that, we'll move on to our third evaluator. Our third evaluator will be evaluating our table topic master.
Toastmaster Ashwini, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but can we have a standing ovation for Toastmaster Saroj as she's given her first speech?
We will have a standing ovation for Toastmaster Saroj for our icebreaker speech. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. With that, we'll move on to our third evaluator, who will be evaluating our table topic master. Our third evaluator is Toastmaster Mukund Joshi. Mukund Joshi. Quick introduction about Mukund. He's a finance professional working for Capgemini as a director. He's currently the Vice President Education of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. He loves reading, public speaking, and currently is learning golf. Over to you, Toastmaster Mukund.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Am I audible and visible to everybody?
Yes.
All right. First and foremost, I am no longer the VP Education. So that time has passed by. And now coming to my evaluation of Toastmaster Ritwik. Toastmaster Ritwik, I really commend you on your listening skills. It is really, really amazing. And I will tell you why. But first things first, as a table topic master, you really started off very well. Okay, you followed the protocol thoroughly, whether it was talking about what a table topic is all about and how do you actually attempt a table topic in terms of organizing your thoughts, introduction, body, conclusion, etc. And the timings that needs to be followed by the speakers, or how are you going to pick the speakers? You can say that even the guests were also be called, etc. Like this, you followed the entire protocol of what a table topic master should be doing before they start their session. So very well done, Ritwik. Fantastic job. Okay. And now the topics were also very much related to the theme. For a moment, I thought that you will talk something about budget, what happened in this year, what happened in that year, what is the percentage of income tax that someone has to pay, etc., etc. But no, you thought your topics was something that every one of us could relate to. Very simple, but at the same time was related to the theme of the meeting, which is the budget. So you really did a very fine balancing in selecting your topics. For example, one impulse purchase you could not resist, or small house on cash, or a big mansion on loan, or a windfall of money, how will you allocate? Very well selected topics, Toastmaster Ritwik. And your active listening came into play right here when you were giving rejoinders after every speaker spoke on his topic. And your rejoinders, if I can categorize, Ritwik, it had great one-liners. For the one impulse purchase you couldn't resist, you said, you have done the right exception. You have taken the right exception at the right moment. And then for a best personal finance tip you have received, you said better late than never. And so you brought in those great one-liners in your speech. And there was a personal touch also. You said for the small house on cash, you said that I wish, I would have heard you long back on this advice of yours. Right now, I am going through the same phase. So you brought in that personal touch as well. And you were not frugal in your appreciations. When one of the speakers spoke about her experience in ndtv.com session, you expressed, wow, that's a great thing for someone to get an opportunity, right? So that you are not very frugal in your appreciations as well. And most importantly, when one speaker was not crossing the given limited amount of time, you encourage that person to speak more. All these things goes around to make a great table topic master. The only issue, and sorry, last but not the least, I think you even brought in humor in your table topics rejoinders, wherein you said that when someone said that he was using two payment apps, you knew which payment app you would ask him to use next time when you take him on a treat. So you brought in good amount of humor as well everywhere. The only issue that was there was the ending. Now, such a great table topic session, the ending was extremely abrupt. Just 3 words, thank you very much, and you walked off. Maybe if you had concluded by thanking the speakers again for what they have done and a little more on the topic itself, that would have been great. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mukund, for that very detailed evaluation. A quick suggestion, Toastmaster Mukund. So, if we can have the positives, maybe like the top 3 positives and more suggestion, because when you are giving the suggestion, the red light was already on. So, if you can just mention the top 3, good things that happened, and then come to the suggestions directly. Yeah. Sorry, is anyone saying anything? Yeah. So that's a suggestion for you, Toastmaster Mukund. And coming back to Toastmaster Ritwik, I don't see Ritwik here, but still, going ahead with your evaluation, it was a great, very well curated table topic session, and you handled it very well with all the takeaways. And as Mukund rightly mentioned, you also helped the guests when they were struggling. So I don't have any suggestion, but it was a very well curated table topic session. With that, we'll move on to our TAGL team evaluation. For that, I'll call upon my timer Toastmaster Abhishek Kumar. Please explain us how we did today.
Thank you. So,
oh, I'm
just to
sorry.
confirm,
I'm really sorry. Before I hand it over to my TAGL team, we also have Toastmaster Sudharma, who will be evaluating our table topic speakers. I'm really sorry, Sudharma. A quick introduction about Toastmaster Sudharma. Yeah. Sudharma stays in Vennapuram, Sri Lanka, and is a fellow chartered accountant. She has an MBA from the University of Sri Jayachavarandapura, Sri Lanka. She is interested in learning new things, getting to know new people, and traveling to new places. Sudharma is the Vice President Education of Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. With that, I'll hand it over to you, Sudharma, for the table topic speakers evaluation.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you and see you as well. Yeah.
Thank you. Our first speaker was Toastmaster Sachin. Toastmaster Sachin, I believe you live a frugal life as per your story. I can resonate it to myself also because I am also following some budget for the expenses. I love your story. For improvement, what we can do, Toastmaster Sachin, for your next future table topic speeches. I couldn't see your hand gestures. Earlier, I saw your video clearly at the beginning, but in your TT speech, I couldn't see your hand movements, only see your face and necks only. So what we can do, we can add some hand gestures and present yourself more meaningful. It will give you a more advantage in contest point of view. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Our second speaker was Toastmaster Ganesh. Toastmaster Ganesh, it was like a mini education session for me. Tips, small house or big mansion, and you shared it in a nice way. Thank you for sharing the tips, as Table Topic Master also mentioned, and what we can do to improve your speech into next level. This is an in-person meeting. We are going to use the stage. We can use this stage to maximum. How? We can start at the middle and left 1 point, right 1 point, and end the topic in the middle. That's why we can get full benefit from this in-person meeting. I hope you will include this into your future speeches and you will be a good TT speaker in contest point of view. Thank you, Toastmaster Ganesh. Then our next speaker was Toastmaster Rajiv. How will you allocate your budget? Toastmaster Rajiv, you started the speech. Yeah, it is a right topic for you. I also believe you had the story and you told us how will you spend the budget, that money will you get after you getting that money, how will you spend? It is a good personal story, like you will do that in future, I guess. And what we can do to improve your speech into next level, I can see there was a monotonous in your speech. We can include some voice variation when we say business will grow every day by day. Likewise, you can include some voice variation, break the monotonous speech style, then it will give more attraction to audience. All in all, I like your allocation. All the best for your future speeches. Our next speaker was Toastmaster Prasan, best finance team. You gave us small tips how to manage. You gave us how did you manage your money and what was your advice, finance advice you got. It was a little bit humorous also when it's come to marriage. And I got the point, we need to save money small, little by little. For you, what we can do to improve your speech into next level, as I said to Toastmaster Ganesh, we can use this stage fully and be ready for our next contest as a good speaker. I saw your speech earlier also. So it's a good TT speech. We can work on that stage usage, Toastmaster Prasan. Thank you, Toastmaster Prasan, for your speech. Next, our speaker was Guest Dilip. Guest Dilip, I loved your honest answers. How will you spend your money when you got that money? Yeah, you gave us a lot of answers. I loved your honest answers. And what we can improve? I saw your hand was left hand, I guess, was hide, and there was no open hand gestures. In speeches, we like to see open hand gestures, like open to audience. So we can include that into a speech in future, and we can use maximally the time 2.2 minutes and 30 seconds and improve our speech to next level. All the best, Toastmaster Guest Dilip. Our next speaker was Toastmaster Rahul. How will you save money from friends? You gave us 2 tips. I like that 2 tips. Unfortunately, it was captured by your friends, but I like the topic was made for you, I think. And what we can improve to next level, Toastmaster Rahul. We can look front. I saw you are looking at the camera, that means our projector, and giving the speech. It will disturb the audience. So we can look front. The camera is front. We can see you properly. Don't need to see back and give your speech. It will give some disturbance to audience. We can look front and give your speech freely and attract the audience attentions. All the best, Toastmaster Rahul, for your future speeches. Toastmaster Deepthi, the memory, Union Bank, Union Budget. It was your personal story. I like that story. I could see your emotions when you talk about your story. How did you support that project? And what we can do again to improve your speech in next level? I know you join via mobile. But we can adjust that mobile to see the hand gestures properly, and it will be a perfect speech. It will give more meaning to the speech, and we can see that energy in your speech. We can include into next level. All in all, it is a best speech, and all the best for all the TT speakers. We can work on that stage usage, voice variations, and conclusion part also. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudharma, for a very well detailed evaluation. So I can definitely see that you have improved a lot from after our Toastmaster Sourav, told you to talk smoothly and slowly, and congratulations on that, Sudharma. So which is definitely difficult for all of us, so where we talk very fast, but you have definitely improved on that, and that is one takeaway for me. So one suggestion, Toastmaster Sudharma. So you were majorly focusing on the gestures when you're giving the evaluation for each speaker. You're majorly focusing on the gestures, but if you can also mix with the content they have delivered, how they can make it better, because we also had guests where they're delivering their speech for the very first time, right? So for them, the gestures might be the second priority, but if you can give them a suggestion on how they can better their speech, so that's my suggestion. So with that, thank you again for taking up the TTE role, which is definitely difficult. So with that, yeah, we will move on to our TAGL team evaluation. So for that, I'll call upon my timer. We have Toastmaster Abhishek. Can you please explain how we did today?
Yes, thank you, General Evaluator. So let me share my screen. Yeah. So in table topics and prepared speeches, we didn't have any disqualification. We have all greens there. In evaluation section, we have one disqualification. Mukund has taken 4 minutes and 14 seconds out of the, so if we add 30 seconds of grace time, so yeah, he disqualified. And Sudharma is also disqualified, but we all know that table topics evaluation is lengthy, so we can ignore this. But yeah, after this, I will paste the screenshot of all the timing in the chat section. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek, for that crisp evaluation. Please do paste it in the chat box. With that, I'll move on to my second role taker, which is counter, Toastmaster Priya. Can you please let us know how we did today? Okay, great. Over to you, Toastmaster Priya. Priya, you're on mute if you're saying
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry for coming in late. Yes, as you can see from the counter log, we have the complete report here. And a lot, I congratulate most of the speakers for being well under 5 filler words. And since there are a lot of them and are highlighted in blue, I'll just quickly run through their names. It's Toastmaster Kamal Jain, Saroj Rathod, Toastmaster Ritwik Raj, Toastmaster Ashwini, Toastmaster Aaquib Javed, Toastmaster Anagha, Toastmaster Ganesh, Abhishek, Rajiv Lamba, Prasang, Toastmaster Dilip, Toastmaster Deepti, Toastmaster Sanjay Jaiswal, and Toastmaster Rahul. So most of them have been under 5 filler words. I request the others to ensure that in their following speeches, they restrict under 5. A special mention to General Evaluator Ashwini. I know it's a very, very crucial role that you have, so I can understand the reason why there is so much of filler words, but you did an amazing job. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priya. That was like an alert. Okay, please work on your horse. Yes, I will definitely work on my horse. And thank you for the report, Toastmaster Priya. Please do put it on the chat box for all of us to refer it. Yeah, with that, I'll move on to my third role taker, that is Grammarian. We have Toastmaster Sumit taking up the role of Grammarian. Over to you, Sumit, for presenting your report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Our language economy fared pretty well today. So most of the members have used the word of the day. Sorry. TM Kamal, Toastmaster Sachin, Toastmaster Ganesh, Toastmaster Aaquib, Toastmaster Mukund, and Toastmaster Sudharma. Thank you for using the word of the day, frugal. Move on to the next slide, please. Some good usages in the meeting: decisive, persuasive, preliminary, extravagantly, fraternity. Next slide, please. Some rhetorical devices. Hypophora is a kind of a rhetorical device where speaker poses a question and then immediately answers. So few hypophoras which were used. What are the challenges of marriage? Marriage is difficult due to communication style. Why did I choose marketing? Because it offers the highest salary package, as my teacher told me. Few metaphor. Better late than never by TM Ritwik. Few good quotes. It's not good enough unless you keep it to yourself by Socrates. Few recommendations which we can improve in our future speeches. Most of the family men.
Sumit, sorry, can you come here, the camera?
Most family men enjoy themselves by recognizing. That's all from my side. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sumit. Please do share the report in the chat box. Now I call upon the listener for today, Toastmaster Paduka. Over to you, Toastmaster Paduka.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Ashwini. Firstly, apologies for not being on cam today. So, all right, so let me start my section for today, which is one of the hardest skills, if you ask me. That is to check the listening skills, actually. So, are you ready, audience? Yes, no, yes? Good. All right. So, the question number 1. During the presiding officer address, TTM Sourav Dutta has asked us, the Toastmaster, what kind of questions that we need to ask ourselves. I mean, it's not going to be, one word answer, definitely, but I just wanted to understand the crux of the message that he has given, if that is also okay, because I felt that is an important message.
Why
What
to
is the
join
major...
Toastmasters?
Why to join?
Toastmasters?
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin. And sorry, come again?
I was saying, are you here for just to play a role or time or grammarian or speech?
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, that's good. All right, then to question number 2. Our first speaker, Toastmaster Kamal, has talked about the communication skills, right? Styles, actually. So what is his take on his own communication style? Like, what did he call it?
Versatile.
Very well done. So can anyone say what is versatile meant? What is he meant by the versatile?
It's a mix of direct support, initiating, and creative communication. And analytical.
Changing the style based on the situation.
All right. Very good, very good.
He had
Toastmaster
different styles of communication.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin, Toastmaster Abhishek, Toastmaster Priya. I hope there is mic with the offline audience as well, right? So I'm going to hear and some answers from there. So anyhow, now this is a challenge to the offline audience. So our speaker number 2, Toastmaster Saroj, where is she from? What did he say in her speech? Where is she from?
Mumbai.
Mumbai. Who did that? Is it Toastmaster Deepti or anyone from the offline audience?
Deepti, Toastmaster Deepti.
Audience.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. So, and now some fun questions. So during the TTM section, guest Dilly, right? The question given to him was whether he would prefer to save or to spend money to enjoy in his youth. So what did he choose?
Burn the money.
Enjoy.
Burn the money.
Enjoy the
enjoy.
money.
All right, good. So to the final question for today. So again, during the TTM section, Toastmaster Rahul was asked a question. What are the creative ways he has seen how people save money on his everyday expense? So what is the funny answer he gave?
Not to
Get
spend his money.
get others to spend.
All right,
Save.
all right. Very good, well done. But I'm seeing a lot of online audience surprisingly answering the questions. I'm not sure whether the mic was with the offline audience, but well done. Specifically, thanks to Toastmaster Sachin, Toastmaster Abhishek, Toastmaster Priya, Toastmaster Deepthi. And I could see also Toastmaster Sachin taking notes for the complete meeting as well. So kudos to that particular part. And that's all from my side today. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Paduka, for the interesting questions and keeping all of us alert that, okay, we were listening. Okay, with that, we'll come to the end of the general evaluation section. With the interest of time, I would like to, hand over the stage back to Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Before I hand over, just one small suggestion to you, Toastmaster Sanjeev. This is definitely a very interesting topic you are choosing. So you introduce as to the rule 50-30-20. So most of us are aware, but again, reiterating on it, what is 50-30-20 rule? And one suggestion, if you can engage before we start with the meeting, if you can engage us, since you have the expertise in the finance, if you can engage us with few insights about savings and what is coming up in the meeting, that would have been interesting start. So with that, over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwini, for a wonderful evaluation. Now we will be moving to the last stage. Today we have learned that budgeting is not just about money; it is our mindset. Why one of the audience said that he will spend all his money, but what will happen to the future? He is not. Why? Because if you read Psychology of Money, a very wonderful book on money, it says that it gives a one story where one person who earns crores of rupees, billions of rupees, but what he does in the night, he drinks with his friends, and morning he buys gold, and that's all. He just pour it in the river and ocean every day. One day it happened like that he was out of the money. At that point of time, he learned the very hard lesson. So it is not that we have to spend and show off our thing. We have to be within our means, and we have to see that how our future is protected and how, so that the budgeting exercise is a very wonderful exercise where you can build your fortune. It is not just a paperwork, but a means and a habit which we have to create in ourselves, so that we live a life which is meaningful and we can serve the society. One of the beautiful examples given in that book, one of the janitor who sweeps the floor, he had created a wealth. When he died, he had $2 billion in his bank account. How he created was a very wonderful story. If you read that book, that he was investing in the stock market every time whenever new IPOs comes and like that, from his whatever salary he was earning. And when he died, a $2 billion amount was in his bank account, which he has kept it for charity, and he has created a trust. So that is the power of budgeting and thinking about how we can create, than just spending it unwanted and unmeans. It will be enjoyable today. It may not be enjoyable tomorrow. So we have to plan that we live enjoyable life every day. So with this, I would like to quote few of the things. Budgeting has only one rule: do not go over budget. The second one is written by one of the financial experts whom we call a guru. Financial freedom is available to those who learn about it and work for it. The other one is very well said. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. Start with a budget. Whatever you earn 1 lakh, you earn 1 crore, but start with a budget so that you can make a meaningful life and help the society in a large. who is speaking? Yeah, with this, I hand over the stage to our DTM Sourav Dutta to take this forward. Thank you very much. Yeah, signing off.
Thank you. Thank you. So we still have quite a few people in the room, and we will be closing the meeting with the full announcement. But before that, I just wanted to quickly ask for some feedback. We'll keep it very short and sweet. I see Deepthi here. Deepthi, any quick feedback from your side on how the meeting went?
I think the entire session was very, very interesting. As an online attendee, I think I've never been this attentive for the entire session. So kudos to all the Toastmasters and role takers today for keeping us all glued and making sure that this entire session went through in a very, very good flow and in a very interesting and gripping way. So that's my feedback for today.
Thank you so much. And we have Musaid, Toastmaster Musaid, who's joined us as a new member. Your first meeting as a member at the Gabbys, Toastmaster Musaid. Your quick 2 cents. How did you like the meeting?
It's a very interesting club. The meeting is very interesting because it does not follow the structure of every normal Toastmaster. It provides a lot of extra information that is very useful in our life. And every meeting, some different speaker comes about new subjects. And that's what I like about it.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. We have our guest in the room. So, quick feedback from your side, please.
So it's a very interesting for me. Like I was a part of, like as mentioned about the Kannada place. So the good thing I observed here is the few things that I seen that is more interesting, the online channel. So there we have only the offline channel. So people not able to join the online. One that thing that I observed that is very great. And apart from that, I observed like the opportunity that given to the speak is more time to the newcomers. So like in their place, I think we give only the 1 or 2 minute, 1 or 2 people. But here I seen that we give opportunity to more people, and also the whole of the I think the few additional things I observed at the end also, like the listener time, like when the listener is asking the question, how many people are observing the whole session. So that was a key thing that I seen new in their place. It was not there. So it is a very interesting to learn new things here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And okay, so that brings us to the end of the meeting. So as we know that we already have the polls floated. So people who have not voted yet, please vote. And we have a system at the Gabbys where the presiding officer shares the woes and the wows from every meeting. You know, what went really well according to the presiding officer and what could have been better. In terms of the wows, we had an icebreaker speech today. Where is our speaker? I think she has left, is it? No, Saroj is here. Yeah. So, an icebreaker speech is always a wow, because there's a first speech in Toastmasters journey, and the first speech of the first path, that is very, very special. I have given 11 icebreaker speeches, but I still remember the first icebreaker speech that I've given for the first path, and that can never be beaten. So soak in that moment, because this is a moment which will not come back to you ever again. What's in a name? My icebreaker speech was what's in a name. See, Nancy still remembers 4 years back or 5 years back, I had given this speech in 2020. So that was my icebreaker speech. The second wow factor, again, having another new member joining us. Sometimes success becomes a habit, and then you don't even realize that you need to celebrate. So I have seen clubs getting ecstatic about adding a member in a month. Here we are adding 15 members in a month, and I don't see that excitement. Can we all clap for our VP membership and for ourselves, guys? I mean, I really want you to take a second and realize, take a minute and realize that you are doing a phenomenal job. Week after week, you are giving us a meeting where someone like Toastmaster Musaid joins us, and he is so impressed in 3 meetings that he decides to become a member. Are you getting what you're doing? And how? And if you don't know how, many of the people who join us, they join us because apparently ChatGPT tells them that we are one of the best clubs in the world. So artificial intelligence is taken care of, human intelligence is taken care of. What's left? Let's think about it. And until the next meeting comes up. And with this, let me announce the result. Okay, the votes. I don't know if it was mentioned in Saroj's evaluation, but Saroj, a moment like this is a watershed moment. This moment has to be embraced. So the first thing I would have loved to see you here, right here where I am standing right now. I know that you have commitments at home. You're a new mother. There's a lot that's going on at home, but I would love to see you in person. You know, the joy of picking up this mic and speaking on stage, your icebreaker speech, that cannot be matched with an online presence. And second, even if you're doing it online, stand up. Come on the camera with all your grace, all your power, and then give the speech. That will create a different kind of a magic. I always say icebreaker speeches give 100%. Pour yourself into it because that is you. Okay. So Saroj, that is one suggestion from my side. Try to give the icebreaker speech. When the next icebreaker speech you give it in person. And if you're giving online, stand up and give the speech. That is one thing. I'm pretty sure you would have had your reasons. I know that you've got your commitments, but let's see if we can work that out. And apart from the other goal is that, again, I would want to see more chairs filled up here. We have got 3 to 5 to 7 to 9, 10 people here. Not a bad attendance, for a Toastmaster meeting. Many clubs don't have this many members. 8 members is what people struggle to have. We have got 10 people sitting in person, but we can definitely do better than this. So people who are in Bangalore who are sitting there and not here, can we have you here, please? It's the club's money which is being invested in taking this place. It's like you paying for the food and not having it. Can we please come here? Tell me what else you need. You want me to pick you up, drop you back home? I can try to do that also, okay? I've brought you very close to the metro station. If you're in Bangalore, tell me what I can do to bring you here. We are feeding you samosas. We are giving you chai. What else do you want from us? Let us know. We'll get that for you, okay? But we want you here. Please do come here. That's it from my side. I will now announce the winners and we'll close the meeting. So the winners for today's meeting, the best role taker for today. Okay, let me start with the best auxiliary role taker for today. This was a very interesting competition between one guy and his aunt, who were both in the race, along with 2 other people. And today, the aunt did not win. Right? It's a nephew who won. So congratulations to Mr. Sumit Setia as the grammarian for today. Please come here. Let everyone see you. This is Toastmaster Sumit Setia. Congratulations. So that's Sumit for you. Next is the best evaluator for today. One evaluator, we had a disqualification. We had between 2 evaluators. The best evaluator is our VP Education of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Aaquib Javed. Congratulations, Toastmaster Aaquib. The best table topic speaker. Best table topic speaker for today is Toastmaster, who's a new Toastmaster to the Gabbys, who's come back. He's a returning Toastmaster. Any guesses? He was before with Anagha Pride. Then he joined the Gabbys. Then he left the Gabbys. Then he came back to Gabbys. And now he's coming up onto the stage. Please welcome our best table topic speaker today, Toastmaster Rathod. Congratulations. Doesn't he look cool with the hat and all that? He's like that cool dude we have here. Yes. Yeah, we'll take it after this now. Okay, now the best, what else do we have? Best role taker. The best role taker for today is someone who's a very good photographer. Is he there? He captures moments. Today he captured memories. It's a table topic master for today, Toastmaster Ritwik. Congratulations, Ritwik. And with this, I adjourn this meeting I have got the gavel, this meeting of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, the meeting number 215. Thank you. See you next Tuesday.
It's not visible to them.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Sanjay.